off the shelf, putting it on my chain, wearing it round my neck, I'm taking my freedom.
This is Myrrie Hayes. Be a blessing to someone else.
It is Myrrie Hayes. I am with Best Care Behavior Homes, also co-owner of Best Care Consulting. I'll leave my glasses on so I can make sure. Let me see. Can I see? Yeah, I can see. Okay. So, I've been asked a question in regards to, I'm always talking about being a business owner, owning a business, things like that. Even though I feel like I do try to tie in, if you work for somebody or if you're an employee, this is what you should do. But I got a couple of DMs, well, what do you do if you're working with somebody and you don't have a lot of time to actually do a side hustle on the side, which honestly, y'all, I don't like excuses. You can do whatever you put your mind to do. You just have to make time because, that is something you cannot get back. So, the topic of this video is if the tables were turned. So I'm gonna go over, say if I was an employee, how can I make additional money if I don't have time outside of work? So I'm gonna give you an example because it's not like I've always worked for myself. I have worked for other people, but the thing is about me, I'm a Christian. So when I work, I'm working for the glory of God. I'm working for God's glory. That's how I think of it. So I always try to give my all, regardless of who I'm working for, regardless if I hate the job, regardless if the people at work don't like me, regardless of what I'm getting paid. I always try to give my best. I might do it my way, but I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to be a good employee. So anyway, I'll go back to the time where I worked for, I was I was a loan processor, but I'll start from the beginning. I worked for a company called IndyMac Bank. It was a mortgage company. This was back in, I think I started there around 2003, something like that. I was making like $24,000 a year working for this company. And I was kind of like I would call and verify information people put on their loan applications. So I started doing that. I was honestly in a bad marriage. I wasn't in the perfect situation. My home life was on edge. I came to work every day like nothing was going on. There were some people in my life that knew what was going on, but the majority of the people didn't. So anyway, started 24, did that for about a year. Then they opened up a different department with appraisers in it. They came, interviewed me for the position to be the support staff for the appraisers in my facility. I ended up getting a job. Okay. Now these appraisers were making like $100 and some thousand a year. I was making 24. So anyway, I started with that one location, then they ended up adding on Bellevue, and then they ended up adding on another location. I can't remember. So I was basically support staff for 3 locations for appraisers. I was not making a lot of money, but I still did the job. Once the guy that was over me found out what I was making, he put in for me a raise. Wrote this big old letter, put in for me a raise. I ended up getting, I know the HR lady follows me, so she can attest to this. I ended up getting the biggest raise they ever gave in percentage because he wrote this. I mean, he went to bat for me. So that in that instant, take it as this. Do your job good. People will speak for you. People will speak on your behalf. That's how you increase your income. So take it to another level. Same job. I worked for them. I ended up, there was an opening for a loan processor. So I interviewed for the job. I ended up getting the job, even though I loved where I was, but I was trying to advance. So with loan processing, I got commission. So I worked that job. I ended up being the top loan processor, and I was killing the game because, like I tell y'all, no matter who I work for, no matter what you paying me, no matter what I'm doing, if I accept the job, I'm going to do my best. So I found out, by the way, I can't remember how I found out they had a VIP program on the job. Now, in the meantime, any competition that came up, guess what? I was in it. I was trying to win gift cards. I was winning money. I was winning, gifts, all kind of stuff. Right there. Join the competitions. Stop being standoffish in your job. Don't be like, oh, no, that's an increase in your income. Because sometimes I would get gifts and gift cards. I would sell them and I would get the money. I'm just telling y'all, because it was like, in a sense, I was married at that time, but in a sense, I was single because the relationship I had was not good. So I had to find ways to hustle. And so I would win every competition. I'm very competitive, and I was winning the competitions, and I would take the stuff, and if it was a gift card, I would use it, or I would sell it, or I would barter, whatever. But I had to keep the money coming in. So anyway, so then, as far as I found out the VIP program, and I researched it, found out how it worked. If you refer somebody to the company, when that person came in and did a mortgage or whatever they did, anything that they did from that point on of you referring them was attached to your number, and you would get a percentage of it. I found that out. I went out on my own. I had me some business cards made up with my name, Indy McBank, Myrrie Loan Processor, and I would be out at the grocery store, and I'd be like, or I would hear somebody talking about buying a house. I'd be like, oh, you in the market to buy a house? Hey, have you thought about Indy McBank? Oh, I never heard of them. Give me a call. We'll give you the VIP treatment. You see what I'm saying? You got to find extra ways to use that job to find money. So when those people would call me on my line, I would be like, oh, okay, hold on just a second. All I would do is put them on hold, call the VIP line. Hey, this is Myrrie, number 619849. I have a VIP customer on the line that I would like to refer. And they'd be like, oh, okay, Myrrie, transfer them over. Guess what? Anything that person did from that point on was on my pay stub. And it was like, these are people buying houses. So if they bought, one lady bought a duplex, that's $300,000. I was getting a percentage of that for bringing that business to the company. Did I have to do that for my job? No, because I was a loan processor. I was getting paid per loan. And I'm gonna tell y'all loan processors out there, I think I probably still have the record. I processed 81 loans one month. That is ridiculous. Because I was killing the game. because if you want to make money, you're going to make money. So all you got to do is put your mind to it. So I would train people. One girl I was training, I was actually mentoring her. And I showed her my pay stub one time. And she said, why do I only have like 3 or 4 lines on my pay stub? And you got all these pay stubs? Because I was getting paid any way I could figure out how. I had probably 12 lines on my pay stub from different ways that company was paying me. So I'm just saying, figure out ways, figure out what referral programs. I was referring employees, and then I found out if you referred employees to the sales department, because I think the referral was $500 for employee. If you referred a sales representative, it was $1,500. I just started recruiting salespeople. I didn't even know salespeople back in that time. But if I heard you did sales, I would be like, hey, have you thought about Indy McBank? Because guess what? And then to get them to move, I'll be like, okay, after 90 days, if you stay at this company, I'll get a $1,500 bonus. And I would tell them, I'm going to get a $1,500 bonus. I'll give you $500. And I would. Because the thing is, if I refer 5 people, that's $5,000 additional for that year in my pocket. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to make money, you're going to figure out how to make money. And everything I was doing was legal. I was not, doing nothing underhanded or taking money under the table or nothing like that. All that money was on my pay stub. So, like I said, the title of this video is If the Tables Were Turned. If I work for other people, I'm still going to make additional money. I'm going to figure out how. That's just how I am. Like right now, I do multiple types of business. I trade options now. I just been figuring that out, learning how to do it. I buy stuff in bulk. I sell it. I do all kind of stuff. But the thing is, if y'all don't know, I'm the mother of 6 kids and I have 6 grandkids. So it's not just me when I do stuff. If I buy stuff in bulk, it might be one of my, my son. I might say, hey, I got these computers. If you sell these computers, if you sell a computer for $500, I bought the computer for $200. I don't know. I will give you $100. Guess what? I'm not taking the time to do it, but I'm still getting $200 out the deal. And it's showing my kids how to hustle too. So, if the tables were turned, like I said, I'm talking about this because I got a couple of comments that were kind of similar that were saying, you're always talking about being a business owner. What about the people who work for somebody else? Even if you work for somebody else, as long as you're not doing anything that's going to jeopardize your freedom, then do it. Join the competitions at work. Stop being a negative Nancy. Join the competitions and then take what you win. One time at one of my jobs, I ended up winning a Nest thermostat. I ended up winning a couple of Nest thermostats. I kept one, I sold the other one. That was a come up. I didn't pay for that thermostat. So I'm saying anything that you can do to generate income when you're employed by somebody else, anything you can do to bring value to the company you're in. It's kind of like I told this story about the girl adding value to us. She was an event planner. So we ended up getting a bigger office. Now she does events in our office. You got to think of how you can add value to the people you're employed by and also to yourself. Because the thing is to change your life. And if you're putting time into something, you want to be getting something back for it. Okay? Y'all see, I'm passionate about this. Look, but those are different ways. Like I said, do sales competitions, employee referral. One time, look, I'm gonna lie. One time, they had a weight loss competition, and y'all know I'm a big girl, but I'm competitive. So I would put on sauna suits and drive around town in my car with the heat on in the middle of summertime because I was gonna win that money. Did I win the money? Yeah, I won the money because I'm competitive. I make money. So yeah, you may think I'm crazy, but this is just me. This is how God made me. So do what you have to do. Join the competitions. If you wanting to increase your income, stop making excuses. Stop making excuses and just do it. But this is Myrrie Hayes. I am with Best Care Behavioral Homes. also co-owner of Best Care Consulting. And remember, everyone, let me just let y'all know, thank you so much for watching me. I appreciate it. But just remember, be a blessing to someone else. Bye.
Oh, it won't take me far. I'm living my life.